Part 3. Alright, so the reason why I was jumping on everything about college curriculums, alright, acting is different from every other job that you will have in your life if you want to be an actor. This is the things you got to understand. The entertainment business is not an easy business to get in, but it is an easy business to get out. Unless you're so infamous that people remember who the hell you are, like if you're Lorena Bobbitt or if you're Snooki or some shit like that. Well, everybody knows what the hell you're doing. Alright, now Snooki's not an actress. She was a reality star who does acting every now and again, and they probably make lucrative money for her to pop up on their show, drop about $3,000 in her pocket. There you go. She probably has maybe one or two lines like she did in Supernatural, and you'll never see her on the show again. Unless, by the grace of God, she decides, hey, this is what I want to do with my life because I love being in front of the camera, and the world loves Snooki anyway. Alright, so we'll get there. But the thing is, alright, with other jobs, you need more hands-on experiences. Acting is not difficult, alright? I'm going to tell you, honestly, truly, the guy, acting is only difficult when the actor makes it difficult, or when the actor forgets a line or stuff like that. But this is why I like TV, because you can edit that shit, and we can go all day until one of us, or which one of us is fucking up, gets it right, alright? And acting, the thing that makes you good is the people in the editing room, alright? They're the people in the editing room. The people in the editing room are the ones that make you, the actor, look good. So you need to appreciate the people behind the scenes. And these are the people that people don't recognize or see or give a damn about. But these are the people that keep you liking me. Like, James Williams has a movie. He's coming out. And I might have to take that pose like 95 fucking times. Do it again. Do it your other leg. Okay, I can't stay very long on that leg. But anyway, you have to appreciate the struggle as an actor so that when you actually succeed, people won't be like, well, that shit's bullshit. No, that shit is honestly, truly, the God real. The struggle is real. Acting is probably the worst career a person can probably make. However, it is also the best career that a person can make, because the reaping the benefits of being a star is great. You have the power to talk to people. You get to go out and help people. You have money sometimes, depending on how well you manage to save your money. If you didn't blow it on dumb shit that you don't need, like 6 houses, 6 cars, and things that you're never really going to use more than one time. Alright, now, here's my golden rule if I'm ever successful at acting. 1, house on the West Coast, house on the East Coast. Why? And in the cities that I need to act in. Alright? And then, so let's say I'm acting on the East Coast in a soap opera in Canada. I want a house in Canada. Why? Because I don't want to have to live in a hotel and pay money to the hotel owner for years and years while I'm on this job when I can just have a fucking house. That's practical. House in America on the East Coast. I don't want to live in New York. So if I'm going to act, let's say I get a job for Disney or Nickelodeon down in Florida. That's where my house is going to be. Right smack dead somewhere in Florida, not too far from the studio, so I can get there on time, do my job, and go home. Why Florida? Because they're filming in Florida. Let's say I get a job working on Hawaii Five-O. Say it's a reoccurring character. Say I'm in there for like a whole season. And yes, Hawaii Five-O is one of my favorite shows. So if I'm in there for a whole season, I will probably rent an apartment because I'm only going to be in there for that season. But let's say I'm contracted as a reoccurring character for 2 or 3 seasons. Long enough there to actually buy a house, and my career takes off and I never have to not worry about not working. Then I would buy a house in Hawaii. Not only would I permanently have a house there, but that's where it would be. So that I won't have to go anywhere from work, and when the show is over, I can still live there and not have an issue. But let's say I live there, that's my permanent home, but I have to work in Canada for the next 3 or 4 years. If I have a home in Canada, I have somewhere to go. You understand what I'm saying? You want to buy things that economically works for you. And here's the thing. You can buy a big house in Canada, and you can live in a garage and rent the house out to whoever the hell you want to rent it out to. So that way, it's making you money. It's like, yeah, I rent my house from an actor. His name's such and such. Really? Is he a good guy? It's like, yeah. He lives in the garage way back there. When he's up here acting, he's in the garage. We don't even know he's here. We know when he comes in. We know when he goes out. He wants the house and shit to stay proper. You know, it's just like being a millionaire and having your house in a guest house. Now, I'm explaining. I know you guys are thinking, that's kind of dumb, James. Why would you live in the guest house and rent out the big house? One, I'm single for the moment. I'm with someone, but I'm not with them. You understand? It's kind of complicated. You know, I have a girlfriend, but I'm not with her. She's in another country. So if I have a house where I'm working and I'm rarely there, and when I'm there to work, if someone's living in the main house and I'm living in the back, it's because I'm not going to be there very long. They're paying me rent. So I'm not going to not have money. I'll have it set up so that they take it to the bank and let the bank sort that shit out so that the bills are paid. Now, if I'm working in Hawaii and they're renting the house in Canada, you know, they will have a lease. Let's say they want to live there for 5 years. So in the 5 years, I won't jump the rent. You know, I'll be like, all right, this is what you need to pay me for rent. Now, as far as for paying me rent, I'm going to keep that shit cheap. You know, I was like, dude, like, well, what? Why do they only have to pay you $400 for rent? Because they're going to have to pay their own cable. And it's more than likely things get broken. So when things get broken, I'm not there to pay for it to get fixed. They're going to have to pay for it. It's really quite simple. You want electricity? You're going to pay for it. You're not going to pay me for it because I'm not going to be paying for your electric bill. But you're renting from my house, you know. So, you know, I can put the electricity in my name, but I will set it up there. When you pay rent, you pay it to my bank, and my bank sorts out the details so that everything goes to where it goes. And this is more economically sound because as an actor, if I'm traveling and I'm not going to be in that house, I need to have house insurance. I need to have renter's insurance so that if something goes wrong and the house needs to be repaired, I need to have somebody on speed dial when they call me, hey, look, the house is flooded, you need to get this shit fixed, and then I need to make that phone call and I need to have that person paid before they come to do the damn thing. Might not make sense to you, but that's why your dumbasses are going to college. Anyway, so let's say my permanent house is really in Hawaii, but I'm working in Canada. I want to be in my house in Canada, so I don't have to pay rent to some asshat that's getting all my money, and I'm just barely making it by eating on Starkish tuna fish and Spam because I'm paying all this money to this guy because he knows I'm an actor, so he's jacked up the rent, and I'm fucked. And all the money that I have to pay him, I can just buy my own fucking house. Now the thing is, I don't know if Americans can have property in Canada, so that tends to be a fucking issue. I might be able to do it because I'm part Native American and I might be able to pull like a First Nations card or some shit. And if that's possible, then I'm down for that. But you know, I'm American Indian, and American Indians spread all the way up to Canada because the First Nation is up there. They're called the First Nations people. All right. So if I can use that as a rule to get my own house up there, then hell yeah, I'm down. But I would like to have my house in a guest house, and I will rent out my house and live in the guest house. And that way, when I retire, if I choose to retire to Canada, I'll have it. Or if I choose to retire to Hawaii, I'll have it. That way, I don't have to bust my ass, pay for a fucking hotel, pay for a motherfucking apartment for however long I'm on the show. Because as long as I'm on the show, I could have been on board a fucking house. Say, if I'm on the show for maybe a season, okay, yeah, you want to pay for the apartment. Because once you're off for that season, you're gone. You know, you're no longer on the show. They either killed you off or they gave your guy a job somewhere else, so you're gone off the show. Okay, so, you know, there's no point of having a house in Hawaii if I'm no longer going to be working there. All right, so let's say my next job is on a show in Florida. So if I'm going to be on a show for, let's see, 7 seasons, that's enough money to pay for a fucking house there. So let's say that's where I want to go, so I pay for a house there. And then I pull a Lee Majors or Sissy Spacek and I buy a house here in Virginia, which would be my permanent house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not me, buddy. If my acting career ever takes off, my permanent house will be in Hawaii. Period. They're like, well, why do you have this compound in Hawaii? I bought that shit so that I'll have a place to go. And I will, if my mom wants to move there, that'll be it. As for the rest of my family, nope, you guys are stuck right here in Virginia. To hell with you. But anyway, you know, you have to have a plan. And so college can't guarantee you an acting job. So if you're going to college for acting and you're mostly learning anything except for how to handle rejection and acting, you should probably look into an acting school. Now, if you're going to college for anything else, the curriculums have to change. They have to give you more on-the-job training. They have to give you, let's say, that first year of college is all about the books, but that second, third, fourth, fifth, and 17th year of college, when you're becoming a good doctor or a lawyer, you need on-the-job training. You're a lawyer, you need to be in that fucking courtroom. You do. You need to have all the courtroom experience you can get, even if it's mock trials every day when you come to school. You just have in a little suit, or if you're a girl, you have a little pantsuit or a skirt suit or whatever. You're in college to become something greater than you are, and you can't learn what you need on the job if your head is in the books and not out getting the experience. So let's say I'm a lawyer. I'm trying to prove a man is innocent for sexual assault. We have DNA evidence, and we have an eyewitness. DNA says it wasn't him. Eyewitness says it was. Now, DNA has cleared him completely. The eyewitness refuses to back down and swears that it's him. Well, here's the thing. Everybody has a look-alike. Everybody has a twin somewhere except if you're actually twins. As far as I know, that's a myth and a legend, but some myth and legends have truth to them. So, when you're weighing the pros and cons in that, you have to go through all the forensic data. You have to go through all the evidence to prove that your client is innocent, and you have to be very dramatic when you're at the courtroom making your statement, because you want to put bass in your voice so that the jury in question and your client and the opposing team can actually feel that thunder. So they'll be like, yeah, my client is innocent for the simple fact that his DNA is not there. And they bring a witness in. So the witness testifies that, blah, 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 blah. Now, here's where shit gets interesting. Maybe his DNA isn't there because he took a bag of condoms with him and he was already planning to rape the woman. Now, so let's say your eyewitness actually recorded it. Now you have a fucking problem. Because he doesn't have a twin brother. He was there on a business trip. The dates kind of act the same. It happened on the 4th of July at midnight. This lady recorded it, or she has a smart TV that recorded it, and DNA cleared him because he wore a condom. Now you got problems. This is why you need on-the-job training, because now you have to prove that your client didn't do it, but she's got him dead to rights because she recorded him raping her with her smart TV. Because some of these smart TVs actually have cameras on them, and they have the record button. Mine has a record button right there. But I don't know where the hell the camera is in this damn thing. But apparently it does have a record button, which would be awesome if I could figure out where the hell that shit is. So it might have, I might be able to go buy a thing. I need to go through the shed and look at the box. That's what I need to do so I can go read the damn thing. So, now that you know that it has a recording device, so now you're in trouble. Your client is in deep shit because your client has done this, and your job is to prove him innocent. Now, here's where shit gets tricky. They were once in a relationship. They were still fucking, but this time she said no. Now, here's how the law works. If she said no, she meant no, and it doesn't matter if they were fucking or not. Once she says no, it's now legally rape. So how do you get your client out of this? You better find a legal loophole, and you better find it fast. So, you need to know every law and loony law and lunatic law that there is to get this motherfucker to jump through some hoops. Or, you better take a hell of a plea deal. So, this is where, if you watch enough Law and Order, you come in and say, why didn't you tell me you were in a relationship with the victim? It's like, I didn't think that was relevant. What the fuck do you mean you didn't think it was relevant? You had a relationship with this woman. Y'all stopped having a relationship, and now she's accusing you of rape, and we found her dead. So what happens next? I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Heavy number 2. I hope you guys understand why I said that college curriculums need to be improved. You need to be able to have more on-the-job training and experience than books and shit. Now, again, if you're going to be a lawyer or a doctor, that first year should probably be about books, and you should be able to study every law possible. But the curriculum should only be about that subject of law. You want to be a lawyer, you need to know all the fucking laws, because some of the cops don't even know the laws that they enforce. And as a lawyer, you need to know more than what the cops know, just in case, because you just don't know. Where, you know, as a doctor, you need to know the ins and outs of what kind of doctor you're going to be. If you're going to be a surgeon, heart surgeon, any kind of specialty doctor, you need to know that. If you're going to be an OBGYN, you know everything you need to know about pussy. Because otherwise, you're going to fuck up somewhere and you don't want a lawsuit. It's the same thing with any kind of surgery. You need to know everything about the human body or whatever kind of animal or person you're going to be working on. If you're a vet, you don't want to get sued by somebody because you fucked their dog up. And, you know, or their cat, or their gerbil, or their hamster, or their space rat. But you want to know your shit. Now, and the best way to learn is through experience. So I'm James Williams Sr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. This is the third part of the curriculum for colleges need to be improved or changed. And I hope you guys enjoy your day. I won't make another video before I get off from work. So this is it for the day. So once I get off from work, I'll be making more videos tonight because it's going to be the 4th of July really soon. And I want you guys to have a good holiday and all that crap. But I want you guys to think about the things I said. Because you can get a degree in anything. That does not guarantee you a job. Honestly, with acting, the best thing I can say is that if you want to be an actor, you need to make movies. That's the only way you're going to find out if you're really good or if you totally fucking suck. You're going to need to make movies. It's just the bottom line on that. Where if you're going to be a doctor, you need to really hit the books and hit the cadabras so you'll know how to actually perform surgery on people so that you don't fucking kill them on the table. Also, if you're going to be a lawyer, you need to hit all the law books and then you need to go work inside courtrooms all day, every day. You need to like shadow lawyers who made it, and you need to do things that you normally wouldn't do or whatever. You need to have these experiences. You need to have on-the-job training because on-the-job training is the one true thing that will make you or break you. So, in closing, for this 18 minutes of your life that you can't get back from the writer, director, filmmaker, independent guy that hasn't been discovered yet, you guys know the drill. You need to take this shit serious. College curriculums need to change. They need to be more on-the-job experience and less in-house bullshit. If you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer, you need more on-the-job experience. You need to be in the courtroom. You need to have the court following, and the school should be fucking right there behind you, making sure that you're doing your fucking job, not just saying, oh, I'm going to court today. No, the school needs to send a representative with you and send the whole class into the back side of the court. The court should be made with 3 sections. You have those people who actually just attend court just because they have nothing better to do, like you see on TV, like the People's Court, Divorce Court, and all that shit. You need that section of college kids that are learning from the lawyers and a head lawyer in there from the school to make sure that these guys are understanding what the fuck goes into being a fucking lawyer. Because if you don't, if you're a charlatan lawyer, you're going to get fired a lot. Or you're going to get, like, clients are going to be like, all right, well, if I ever get out, I'm going to sue this lawyer because that's why I'm in here, because the lawyer failed to do the fucking job. Now, the truth is, lawyers don't always fail to do the job. Sometimes the motherfucking client is just goddamn guilty, and that's just the bottom line. So, here's my tip to you guys who don't want to go to court and have to deal with lawyers. Don't do anything stupid so that you won't be guilty of it. No raping, no robbing, no murdering, no stealing. Shit like that will keep you out of harm's way. And always remember, there's always a camera somewhere. And that's the thing. If you don't think that there's somebody watching you, then you're probably going to get busted doing some shit that you don't want to do. I'm always on my best behavior, except for when I open my mouth. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. 19 minutes of your life has gone by. Be seeing you. Time to post these things online. Hopefully you guys will watch.